Hello, everyone. We are live on a very special stream here. I have with me Eisner-nominated comic creators
Well,
Ethan Parker and Griffin Sheridan. How often are you guys introduced as such?
I don't know, not too often. I feel like we did so much more podcasting and interviews and such, of course, before Kill Your Darlings was even finished
That's true.
than we have since it's been done. But it feels crazy every single time that we hear it or read it. It doesn't quite feel real.
Yeah, I forget
Yeah.
that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we'll never make it happen again. So I'm like sometimes
I
I'm
don't
like, was that a
Oh,
dream or
oh.
was it? I don't
I
know.
don't know. I mean, you guys got plenty of fires, plenty of stuff in the fire, and
Thanks,
I'll
man.
tell you, if I was gonna put something out there, it might be this one.
Oh
Oh,
But
shit! All
thanks,
right,
man.
interesting.
Hey,
we'll talk about
we
it. We'll
we
talk
hope
about all
so.
that.
Keith
Yeah,
deserves his flowers for sure.
I would love for
It's
Keith Browning to receive all of the all the praise in the world from anyone that'll give it. Yeah, definitely.
mhm.
Yeah. So, I want to get into it, but first of all, I want to say it's really nice to see you guys again. You've
You
been on
too,
the show
man.
Same,
before.
dude. Same.
Last time you guys were on the show, you had one book out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is now. It's been what, maybe a year almost since you guys were on here.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, I wrote on my notes September 17th, 2025. I don't know
Uh-huh.
if that date's special for you guys, but I put that down because on that day, you guys had three comic books on the shelf on
Yeah.
the
Isn't that
same day.
insane? Yeah.
The
That
triple
was like,
threat.
and it wasn't intentional. It was the
Right.
craziest part of it. We weren't trying to make that happen. It was
What was that?
surreal.
Do you guys remember that day? Like, what was going on through your head that day when it's like, oh shit, I got three comics tomorrow coming out.
It's just really weird and nerve-wracking because it's like we got the day jobs. So it's like we're just continuing lives as normal, and then it's
Mhm.
like I can't remember. Did you have a signing that day?
I had a
Uh
signing that
Griffin had
day.
a signing.
Yeah,
I did
Marvel
not have a
Zombies
signing.
number
Yeah.
one was out that day, so
Yeah.
we
My
sat
signing
down.
got canceled. Yeah, so I'm just like living life, and I'm like, but like meanwhile, these three things that I've like poured heart and soul into are just like out there, and I'm like, it's just like, is anybody looking at this? I really hope so.
Well,
Yeah, it's so much time of making stuff in a vacuum. There was a long period where it was really nerve-wracking that all those projects were on top of each other. And then, it started paying off and the issues actually start coming out. And then we have a cool day where we have, yeah, three different offerings across kind of the spectrum. I mean, obviously Godzilla and Marvel Zombies are both licensed projects, but to have two of those, and one of them is a weirdo take on Godzilla, and one of them is the Marvel heroes eating each other, and the independent book. It felt very surreal.
yeah, I mean, you guys are. So I guess we'll talk about each comic individually, but which one started first? Like, which one were you guys working on first out of the three that are
Oh,
going on right now? Do you guys remember?
oh,
Blink in terms of like bringing it all together is the earliest baby where
yeah.
we started working on that. In some
Thankfully,
capacity, yeah, in some capacity, talking to our friends at Boom Studios. Um, I think it was like December of 2023. So Kill Darlings was still going, and we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do next, and um, it slowly just sort of became Blink and You'll Miss It. It started as something very, very different, and then it became Blink over those like 6 months or so.
Mm.
Um, and then Godzilla came in pretty much like right when we signed the contracts for Blink and You'll Miss It. And Godzilla just moved so much faster. And suddenly we were doing Godzilla and Blink in tandem with each other. And Marvel Zombies was nipping on their heels too. So
And in
I
the
feel like we
meanwhile, let's throw one shot for Bring on the Bad Guys with the Green Goblin
and
in
Green
there, right?
it's
Goblin.
true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, And there was a point where we wrote a new issue number one like basically just like back to back months. It was just like, okay, we're kicking this off, kicking this off, kicking this off. It was very nerve-wracking in its own right. And then we had to do the exact same thing for all the final issues of these things that they all hit at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah, the work comes in these weird waves where like it's like sometimes it'll like slow down for a little bit and it's like, oh, we have some breathing room, and then sometimes it's like, oh my god, everything is
fake.
due right now.
It's fake
Like
breathing
like
room.
all the books are due right at the like tomorrow.
Mhm.
And it like it's really really strange how like comics, like you can be working on something for such a long time, and then all of a sudden it moves at the speed of light. Like you're like it's like whatever the opposite of hurry up and wait is. It's wait and then just like blast off towards store shelves.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Wow. I mean, and you know, you asked like you mentioned you guys wonder if anybody's reading these things or whatever. Let me tell you, Marvel Zombies, my review for your #1 issue, it is by far the most watched review. Like it's got as of today, it's got
Wow.
4,000 views.
Wow.
Now, I know and that's pretty good. Like I I don't hit numbers that high very often. Now, I know the show was kind of wrapping up at around the same time, or it was about to start, one of the two things. So I'm sure that helped as well.
Sure.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
but yeah, when I'm looking through reviews for other stuff, I mean for you guys stuff, I'm like there's a lot of people making. People love Marvel Zombies,
Yeah.
so the fact that you guys are doing that, so I kind of want to start with that one.
Uh-huh.
How well, I guess. I guess how did that book come about? Like, because you guys are just kind of, they gave you all the toys, literally.
That's true. Well, yeah, and by the way, thank you for your kind reviews and for all your kind words about the books and support and everything. It really means the world. I mean, yeah, like we've been extraordinarily lucky at many different points. Like we've always talked about how connecting with Bob Quinn for Kill Your Darlings was our big lucky break, and there have been many like that's how I think jobs like being in comics really work, is that like you just work really 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 hard and then you wait for like a lucky break and continue working really really hard, and we've gotten several, and definitely like two big ones at Marvel in a row where Marvel was like cool enough to reach out to us, but then also to be like, and like, do you guys want to do a Green Goblin thing, which is just insane given that we're just like Spider-Man, obsessives. Like that's like such a crazy question to ever ask us. And then for Marvel Zombies to then be that exponentially, where it's like, do you guys want to do just everything, just all the characters and all the whatever, and but also in your own little universe, so you can do whatever crazy shit you want. It's crazy. It's really really wild. They are like dream projects to get right off the bat. So it's like been an extraordinarily lucky break for us, and we're super grateful for it.
I don't know what else there could be to add. It's a blessing and a curse to be handed a project like Marvel Zombies that is so just off in its own corner, so we can kind of do whatever we please. And what we decided to do was the most insane thing in the world, and that was let's cram all of Marvel history into 5 issues.
Yeah.
All the biggest moments of Marvel history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I love that, especially because you see comics that are doing a thing where they're like, let's tell our own history in the Marvel universe, however we want to do it. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you guys are being so tactful with everything.
Oh, thank you.
Juxtaposed with the fact that things are just coming undone.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
have
yeah.
the thing, like I love this that you see in the background, that it's Goblin time with the and it gets super gnarly. I mean, the things that happen in this book, I understand why it's a red band book. It has to be. Which my one gripe, and this is out of you guys' control completely, is the fact that if you don't buy these physically, you can't read them at all.
Yeah, that is very strange. We were not even aware of that until recently. Yeah, it is weird. Is that do you know if like does it stay that way, or did they put them up at some point? Or
No,
we don't know.
so I had to go. My shop missed one issue of Daredevil Unleash Hell, the red band one,
Mhm.
and I had to wait till the trade came out to read it.
Wow.
So you
Goodness.
you can't find you can't well I guess you can't legally find them digitally.
Interesting.
So
All right.
it's pretty wild. And then you guys are working with Jan, who is like, I mean,
Fantastic.
She's great. She's
Was
so
that-
good.
so good. And
was that your
she
editor
and
kind
she,
of putting
she
that together?
what was that? Sorry.
Was that your editor kind of putting you guys together with
Yeah,
Jan?
Jordan hooked us up, and that was another crazy thing because Jan did work with Bendis on Miles Morales. Like it's
Mhm.
like that's such a a crazy gift to give us as somebody that already has such a well-established Marvel history and is just so skilled, and she is just unbelievably fast. It has been like some of the craziest times of us writing comics is just like firing something off, and because things move so quickly, it's like literally within days we could see those scenes coming to life in the artwork. Like that's how fast she is, and it's very surreal, but it's like awesome to have a partner who's just such a like an engine for the book. It just moves
Yeah.
thanks to her.
Yeah, she's been drawing pages pretty much nonstop, I feel like, since May.
Mhm.
It's just been just never ending
Mhm.
Marvel Zombies pages in the inbox. And it's incredible that it's just like you see him come in, and you're just like, yeah, well, this is awesome. This
Yeah,
is
okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
This is great.
That's
I
sick.
love, Jan just has such a distinct style, and
Mhm.
it's just like so. It's such a privilege
Mhm.
to be able to have a book that looks this, I think, unique against like a lot of other um, big two titles, and
Mhm.
so it was, yeah, a real stroke of genius on editor Jordan White's part to hire her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jordan White, like
Oh,
when
it's
he
great.
was working on the X-Men stuff, I was like, oof, we're gonna see really, really good stuff. I
Hmm.
think one of
Definitely.
Jan's strengths is not only does she get the big superhero moments
Mm.
really cool, but also when it has to get really down and dirty, like
Yeah.
you have, I don't want to spoil anything, but like you have a scene with Phoenix and
Uh-huh.
Tony,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
And things get real gnarly there.
Yeah.
Um,
It's gross.
One of my
Yeah.
favorite moments in the book, both
Uh-huh.
because of what my friend Ethan has Jean Grey saying, but and also
That's
what
fine.
Jan drew.
Yeah.
It's such a gnarly sequence.
So gross.
Yeah, and I
The
do
book could
feel
be
like,
so gross.
we were all finding our footing. I'm like, it just felt wrong, right? Like as we
mhm.
were getting going, we were trying to figure out like what is the amount of violence that we can put in this book, and Jordan and everybody at Marvel said it's Red Band, just go crazy with it, and so we were like sort of inching our way in, but of course we're very comfortable based on our previous work, but. I think I remember a
Yeah,
point early on where Jan was just like turning in pages and was like, "How are these?" And we were like, "Good. I think more blood and guts. I think just like let's just go,
Yeah.
let's just ramp it up." And then at a certain point, we didn't even have to say it because then she would start turning in stuff that was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
yeah,
enough.
yeah. Eric
That is
Colors,
enough.
he's using all
Yeah,
the ready
Oh
can.
yeah. Yeah, real
yeah,
grody. And I
seriously.
think that's like the best thing we can say about Jordan and the experience with Marvel in general is that they have just continually just been like, sounds cool, run it. We're just like, okay, cool, sweet, yeah.
Hmm.
It's like been such an encouraging process of just like, oh, that pitch is insane. Yeah, go for it. Oh, that's like a super disgusting, gnarly, crazy moment for that to happen to a Marvel character. Cool. Yeah, go for it. They just keep letting us go. So we're just going crazy.
For some reason.
I was paging back through the issues, and I was like, I have to go find my Secret Wars shirt
Hell yeah,
for
dude.
this chat.
Hell yeah.
Yes, love
Only
Secret
because
Wars.
we don't have any Kill Your Darlings merch, but otherwise,
Not
If
yet.
it's up to us, there will be. Yeah, one day. I
yeah.
need a plush Wallace still.
5-year
My life won't be
anniversary,
complete.
Oh,
we'll be
Yeah,
when
here
that
before we know it.
when the
yeah.
hardcore deluxe edition comes out.
Oh,
God, I want
Oh,
it so
that
bad.
would be so
God,
sick.
that'd be so sick.
There are hardcovers in other countries. We got some of
Yeah,
those. They're
really?
yeah,
Oh,
gorgeous.
that's so
Yeah, they're
cool.
so
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
There's a German edition that has like spot glitter.
Spot glitter? Are you kidding me? That's
Like
so
it's so
cool.
good. It's so
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, Skinless Crow did a really cool job with it over there.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah, sometimes those foreign editions look like, I don't know, they
They
just
just
have
do
such
it
a
better,
different,
man. I
they
don't
know
know.
their customers want different things in their comic books, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
they're just like, why don't we have these things here in the comic books?
Yeah.
You know,
Why
like
do the foreign covers have more Riz?
I know. Yeah.
I was aiming for that reaction exactly from Griffin.
Well,
Achieved.
another thing we just kind of get through these books is that you guys have been working together for, I don't know how long now, like not just writing comics, but just like working together, period.
100 years?
I'm sure
Yeah,
it feels
something
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Well, it was 100 years, and then we like did like a soft reboot. And I think in this current timeline, it's only been about 5 or 6 years. But no, I mean, Ethan and I have known each other for over 10 years now, and have been making things with each other, various types of things, since we were wee lads, since we were, oh, I don't know, young, we were just boys back then. You could even say we were very supple back then. And
I
You
think
could
maybe
say that. I don't know why you would.
once you get a Eisner nomination, that definitely graduates you to the next level, though. I think
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
your diploma's here. There you go. You're out in the real
I
world now.
know.
Good luck.
Mhm.
We just
That's when we finally
simply.
become supple men. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. We'll get
That's
there.
excellent. Now, and the last thing I'll touch on Marvel Zombies, I was looking. The covers for the next couple of issues are out,
Mhm.
and we have an old friend
We
coming
do.
in issue 5, and I really love the cosmic stuff that's going on. I mean, I know it gets real cosmic, but from the first issue, you guys put the Silver Surfer at the end of the book,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
he is the herald of destruction, no matter when you see him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
True.
So we know that our friend Noel, who's making a
Mhm.
comeback in also the main line, but also
Oh, he's everywhere. Yeah.
he's
He's
everywhere.
in
Star
Marvel
Power now.
Rivals. Yeah.
Here we thought we were so cool when we pitched this almost a year ago now, and we were just like, and no, it's like it just, for the obvious reasons, for people who know the meta. It's really cool for Ethan and I to work with
Yeah, I
Null.
bet.
But at the time we were just like, this will be so perfect. We'll drudge up some Null stuff, and then Al Ewing said he's back, baby, and we were all like, "Well, I'm stoked. Of course, I'm stoked."
Of course.
And these Ryan Stegman covers that we're now being blessed with, oh my! But yes, everything is coming up Null.
It's true.
Goodness.
Oh, yeah, and it's so good to see him. I missed him. I missed
Oh, we
Noel.
all did.
Absolutely.
I missed Noel.
We all did.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Mhm.
next time you guys see Al Ewing at a convention, you can do the Spider-Man meme, like,
It'll be us and Al Ewing and Andy Serkis. Just all
that's right. Yeah. All three of you guys. All right. Now I guess my next question will determine which book we talk about next. Back in the Discord days, you guys mentioned
Yeah.
something called Project 8. Was that Blink?
Project 8
No.
was
Project
Kill
8.
Your Darlings.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it was that. Okay. I thought we
Uh-huh.
were teasing something else after that. But
We had
maybe
another
We
one. We
did.
had another
We
project that we
did.
teased that has not come to fruition yet.
Oh, wow, comics moves in a weird
No, dude.
timeline.
Uh-huh.
Just
Yeah.
like
That
Blink.
one.
That's a great point. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, because that one, the one that we thought would be our next book, got
Yeah.
just like pocketed.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But it is precious to us and we love it and it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
We've just
Oh,
had
yeah.
that. We have to find the right way for it to happen.
All right.
Project Phantom. Project
Uh-huh.
Phantom is very much like a
Phantom, that's what it was.
sort
Okay,
of
good.
goes in and out of the room. You're never quite sure when it's actually here with us, but then when you realize it is, you're just like, fuck.
Oh,
Fuck.
Project
One
Phantom.
day
And
I'm just
then
gonna be
eventually
looking up.
we will bottle it. Yes.
Gonna be
And
looking
who
up
knows? Who
at the
knows?
solicits, like, what new book? All right, let's do it.
I feel like you might know it when you see it. Ethan and I think, are very stoked about that book, and
That's so
still
cool.
really want to make it. Maybe soon. Who knows?
We see a road ahead for it, so stay tuned on that.
Well, it's been a great year for Boom because they're celebrating their 20 years, and
Yeah.
you guys drop Blink and You Miss It. Speaking of weird timelines and time shenanigans, and
Uh-huh.
what, I'm gonna tell you this: this is probably the book that I love all the books, but this one the one I have to literally pay the most attention to because otherwise I will definitely miss it. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yes.
wait,
yeah.
what the hell just happened? And then I get distracted because Keith Browning is doing some incredible stuff, especially when all the Zwerves start to, like the
Oh yeah.
dissolve
Mhm.
effects and
Yeah.
all that. I'm like,
It's
and then you
gorgeous.
make me turn the book upside down, and I'm like, listen, only
That was all
Greg
Keith.
Capullo makes me turn the book upside down, guys. Come on now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I'm glad that that effect has come across. Yeah, it's like just really jarringly rewinding through someone's life, and it feels like it's kind of slipping through your fingers in a way that I'm really happy with.
Hmm. Hmm.
how, I don't know how to phrase this question, but you guys come up with some really weird, messed up kind of things happening, and then you get to the last page of this issue, of Blink, the first
Uh-huh.
issue,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, oh, this book is completely different from what I thought anything. It was giving a little bit of Twin Peak vibes at the
Right.
beginning,
Hmm.
but then you step outside of the diner and you see that big page.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is that thing? And why is this dude a priest? And like, what? It's mind blown. So what's going on with you guys? Are you guys okay? First of all, I guess.
That's our favorite thing in a
Uh,
first issue, especially, is just to be like, you don't even know what this book is.
yeah. I think it's a similar sort of rug pull to Kill Your Darlings. I feel like that last page is just like I feel like one of the most powerful tools in
Yeah,
our arsenal to try and get you back for issue 2 is
yeah,
seriously just the last page is the
yeah,
cliffhanger of it. And
Mhm.
we like issue 1s as like a sort of teasery, trailery thing instead of a full blown this is exactly what the book is, and this is where you can expect to land maybe in 4 or 5 issues. I
right.
think we prefer to operate more so in this is interesting. I'm falling into it. What is going on? I don't. I guess I don't know, but I have to come back. The issue's over, and I still need to know.
It's a great
That
way to put
feeling
it.
of
Yeah,
like needing to know,
yeah.
as opposed to I think I know, and then I want to see how it turns out is our preferred route.
I mean,
So it was just like,
that's my favorite stuff. Is the stuff like that's what I find like compelling. Is like if I'm actually compelled to like search for answers. Like if I
Mhm.
get to the end of a pilot and I'm like, I have to know more about him, or I have to understand what's going on there. Like, and so it's like we always build things that way where we'll like the first part of it will like turn it inside out, so it's kind of confusing and weird when you look at it from a distance.
Yeah.
hmm. Hmm.
And I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
like, what the hell's going on with that gun? Now, what did you do? And then like, are we gonna find out? I don't know. And then we start going backwards, and I'm like, no, you're going in the wrong direction. I guess you started going in the right direction, but you overshot it by a few
Uh-huh.
years
Mm,
of what I
Yeah,
wanted to say.
we
yeah.
did. We did. And poor Melody is just stuck, just flying backwards,
Yeah.
and has no idea who she is or what's going on. She just knows that she'd really like to get answers from somebody, and that somebody is maybe the long lost love of her life. She doesn't even really know. So I think that was just it. Is Melody is in such a strange place in issue 1, of course, but for most of the book. And it's like, well, I don't want you to be ahead of Melody. Therefore, I'm sorry, reader, you're lost. You're just as
Yeah.
lost as Melody is. You have to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think it takes some of the intrigue and fun out of it, out of it.
And again, some people don't like and some of our reader reviews attest to this. Some people don't like to get lost in a story, and that's fine. But I think that's just like a shared sentiment that we have is like we like to be like
Yeah.
dropped into the middle of something and have that drive to figure out what it's about, what's going on. It's like, what's a better feeling than being like, oh, I kind of have to explore this cover to cover because I just can't help but do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially
comics,
when the cover looks like this. I mean,
yeah,
Christian
that
Ward.
Christian
Ooh.
Ward, yeah.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Y'all got
We've
some
been blessed with
good
some
variant
excellent,
covers.
some great variants on this,
Mhm.
dude. We have a fucking awesome Dylan Burnett one. I
Oh my
want a
God.
poster of that shit.
Mm.
Rebecca Puebla did a
Yep.
really cool one.
This one
A
right
bunch of cool, yeah,
Oh,
come on.
oh.
A bunch of cool ones that we were stoked to get. And they all fit the vibe. They all
Mhm.
know they all understood the assignment. So
It's true.
that's the exciting part.
Do they when they start working on those covers? Do you guys like send them a script or I don't know how that works. Do you guys or does somebody else kind of put that
Yeah,
together and you guys are just like we're just gonna keep writing our story?
yeah,
Yeah.
we had two different editors on the book, and both kind of just took it upon themselves to work with the artists and brief them on what the book was, and like I don't even know if we really know what was provided from the interiors of the book, but it's clearly some of it because like
Yeah.
you know, a lot of stuff ends up getting represented in those covers. But yeah, we didn't have much communication about them. They were just gifted to us. Like we just got to receive them and feel gratitude.
Yes.
I'd love
Yes.
to hear that editor's pitch on this book.
Right,
Like,
right. I know. Try to explain it, please. Yeah.
yeah, make it concise
It's
for me, please.
it's a vibes book.
It
This is
is.
something Ethan and I had to admit to ourselves very early on.
Yeah.
It's a side of our storytelling that we're exploring, I think, more and more,
Not
realizing
a
that we
puzzle
like quite
box.
a bit. Not a puzzle
It's like a
box, but it
daydream.
has a puzzle element to it. But vibes are hard to capture in comics, a lot harder to capture than film and TV, of course, when you
Right.
have a whole bunch of other tricks in the bag to convey that. So we wanted to make something that felt very atmospheric and trying to figure out all the ways to make, nothing but ink and paper feel atmospheric is
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah, and I mean Keith and the art, the rest of the art team and the letter, like they're really capturing that. Like they are very
Mm,
good at those moments. I think a lot of it, and this is probably from you guys' script, like it's very important which pages are in the turn, like what happens on the turn page,
mm.
because that's one of the things that where you can actually utilize that time
Hmm.
skip or that dissolve thing or whatever. Like if you
Griffin
dissolve
makes sure of
on
that.
the
Good job, Griffin.
yeah,
Thanks.
you dissolve on one page, then you go like, uh oh, did I skip a page? What's going on, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
You
no,
blink and
absolutely.
then you're in a whole different spot. It's
yeah.
Oh
crazy.
shit.
Well,
The book is incredible to look at. We're like it's really interesting because it's not at all the visuals we had pictured initially when we were
Okay.
conceptualizing Blink. Like we were picturing something a lot softer and like less moody. I think like a lot more kind of um like a little lighter, a little more kind of
Sure.
like airy fairy, like and Keith's work is so like it's so there's it's like heavy on inks and it's like it's got a real mood to it and it's like you can't put your finger on quite like what the vibe change is, but like
Mhm.
whatever it was like was a level up for the book.
Yeah.
I
It
think
just like yeah, it complements it so well.
Keith coming onto the book was what really like made it click, I think, finally
Yeah.
in terms of like the tone of it, because which like naturally so, the artist is going to dictate that quite a bit. And so we just didn't know who was going to be on it for a while, and we were already writing issue one and finding ourselves kind of like a little lost in what exactly we want the tone of it to be, because we didn't know what it would look like yet. And we had, yeah, in our heads something a little bit more like watercolory. We figured it's dreamy and sleepy, and so this like dissolve effect that we have now was
Mhm.
like, okay, yeah, and the watercolors will like run together, right? And then and Keith is not that. Keith, of course, does a lot of like ink washing that is incredible, that like feels like that sometimes. But seeing his mood and picturing the whole thing in a bit more of like, yeah, it's a bit more grim and a bit more mysterious. It doesn't have, let's not, I'm not calling the book a noir at all, but he's got those like hard shadows, of course,
Oh
with all
yeah.
the
Oh
inks,
yeah.
and that just creates a whole different tone.
He brings
Uh,
more of that Twin Peaks energy to it. That
Definitely.
like, yeah.
Which is what we've been talking about, like from the jump. And so when he showed up, it was just kind of like, I don't know what the what the fuck we were thinking
Yeah.
before,
No,
because
totally.
like, oh
Totally.
no, this is
Yeah.
it. And as soon as we saw his samples, it was just like off to the races.
Mm.
And it's been such an incredible joy to work with him.
He's a genius. Yeah.
That's
Him
amazing.
and colorist Brad Simpson,
Yeah.
Pat Brusso does the lettering, and yeah, like you said, Danny, everyone is so like locked in on, which again, locked in on it without like all of us just being like, I think this is what this book is, and just like nodding along the whole time. It's just like it's a jam session for sure.
That's so accurate. Yeah,
I guess this is
everybody just
Uh-huh,
trusting each other and going
uh-huh.
like, you know, this
Was this
is
the second? Well, I guess this would be the third, right? You guys did another. Oh, you guys did a comic in between, I think, for a game. Was it a game?
Yeah, we did a digital only series, or digital only for now. It is apparently planned to get a physical release, but it's
Yeah,
for the
I think
mobile
so.
game Sea of Conquest. We did
Mhm.
a comic series called Cradle of the Gods, which was like a total blast. And we did like 10 issues of it that'll all be collected in a graphic novel. So it was like, that was a very weird experience, like, because it was like our first time working on like an IP thing, like something that wasn't ours. But it was something that was so broad and like it had like a huge lore bible, but also we were given like a very big like open road of where we wanted to go with it. And
Cool.
so that was a weird experience, but it was really cool. And those are all free online that anybody can check them out.
Check them out. There's a
Were you all
bunch of really
familiar with
talented
the?
artists on there.
Were you all
There
familiar
are
with the game?
great artists. Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
Were you all familiar with the game at all before going
No,
into
I
it?
hadn't heard of it before. I mean, I might have seen it. Like it looked familiar, but like I don't know that I'd actually.
It wasn't even on iOS when they
Yeah,
reached out to us. So like
Oh,
we
okay.
got in like quite early
Yeah.
in the process of rolling the game out.
Yeah.
So no, we weren't super familiar with it, but now extremely familiar with it.
Yes, that's true.
I would think so. So
Mhm.
the next issue of Blink comes out. Blink and You'll Miss It comes out on December 24th. What a fantastic Christmas Eve gift. Like
Mhm.
I know. It's exciting.
and the other issue that comes out on December 24th is
Segue.
Godzilla Deadzone,
Excellent.
Escape the Dead Zone
Excellent.
5,
Mhm.
which is completely different from the last 2, or maybe 3 books. I have not read the Sea of Conquest book, but it's probably very different from anything that I've seen from you guys. I'm like,
Oh, thank you.
first of all, the IDW, they're very kind to us, and they sent all this stuff way in advance. I think I messaged you
Nice.
guys when I got the book, and because they sent the first 2 issues of this of Kaiser, the main Godzilla, and then after and the Starship, and I'm like, I get to read all this Godzilla stuff so far in advance.
Yeah, you've been getting our books before we do. It's crazy.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
really?
awesome.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Greg. Greg is great.
Oh, Greg, we love Greg, dude.
Greg
He
is
is
the
the
best.
best.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
But what is this idea of the Dead Zone? Like, what's going on here? Because this Kaisei era, just I guess one of the cool things about it is it's like completely brand new world. It's blank. Like, Tim Seeley got 99% of the world, and then he's like, you guys can have this little percentage to play with.
This little
We do.
regional area. Yeah.
And we get to do whatever in that space, so long as it does not cause any continuity issues with.
Yeah,
with the other
And
two
wouldn't you
titles.
believe we filled it with a bunch of weirdos and freaks
A
and
bunch of
made it
weirdos.
gross and violent?
Yeah.
When this cover is striking, and it
right.
doesn't. It tells you so much about the book without actually telling you like what you're gonna find once you actually open the book. Other than Pablo's artists.
Pablo Tunica.
Seriously,
I gotta
that
say, you guys get really cool artists to work with.
we are
We're
spoiled.
so
It's an
lucky.
embarrassment of riches.
It's crazy.
That piece that is the issue 1 cover was just started as just like a kind of just like a sketch that Pablo did when we were designing The Wanderer. That was just like a version of that was just something that he did off the cuff. And I think we were all like, it was just so good. It was so striking. And so we came around to talking about what the issue one
Yeah,
cover is. And he was
there's
just
so
like,
much.
I think it's this. And we're like, it's that, dude.
I
It's
think
so
you're right.
good.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah.
Godzilla man. You can tell. It's perfect.
But you
Yeah.
don't see everything. You just like, is that a fucking tail?
Right.
I gotta
Yeah,
find
'cause
out
there's
if
a
that's a
lot of
fucking
shadow,
tail.
and there's like, hold on, is it a cape? Is it his tail? Is he carrying stuff? Like, what's happening? Is that a duck bill or is that a hat?
Yeah,
The
this
Deadzone, it could be either, dude. Yeah.
This book's crazy. This one was like was it like I think it was like just over a year of coming together because we had like a San Diego before the book was, you know, coming together.
Sure.
Like we had met Jake Williams and he like laid down the whole idea to us of like we're building a Godzilla universe of shared titles and like you guys like Godzilla and we're like of course we fucking like Godzilla
Well,
and like go ahead.
I think it's important to note that first it was just, I'm working on Godzilla. Would you like to pitch on Godzilla? We said, yeah, we would. And he was like, great. Well, like, yeah, let me hear it. And then we sent him a million ideas for
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, yeah, let me explain what we're doing. And then he told us the actual like premise of it.
Right.
And the Deadzone, I feel like, was born out of uh he was like, I kind of like think there should be like a wasteland space somewhere or
Yeah.
something like that. And we were like, yeah, okay, hell yeah. And we were like, let's take all those ideas and we put them in that box. So
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of picking one of those to like be this book, we were just like, let's just try and do it all. Let's just come up with a little pocket of this place that can fit all of the weirdness that we want to do with Godzilla.
Yeah. Like we sent like a laundry list of just like here's every Godzilla idea off the top of our heads and the majority of them have made it into the book in one way or another. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine because there's the Church of Godzilla stuff that you learn in issue 2.
Yeah,
There's the kids that have the what do they call the anti-messiah that they call them, or you know, and I'm like,
Anti-Messiah.
I'm sorry,
It's a point of pride that they are called that,
Yeah.
actually.
yeah.
With the coolest names, that's like a name that you would call yourself if you were a kid, then you had to name yourself.
Yeah.
Guys
It's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's gonna
Glass
miss
eater.
me.
I
Glassy.
don't know if runt is necessarily what you decide to call
Oh, well.
yourself. It sounds more like what your fucking younger sister ends up calling you, and
Yeah.
it stuck, dude. And it just stuck. And we don't. And I
The
guess
poor
we
guy.
don't know quite how runt feels about his name. We know how Glass Eater feels about hers, of course.
Yeah, I was reading the last issue, and I'm like, oh god, I hope nothing bad happens to this girl that just became a kaiju for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
She just loves Godzilla. She just like
She loves
She
Godzilla,
loves
dude.
Godzilla.
She loves
I
Godzilla
love
so
the
much.
letter. Mom, I'm going off to fight Godzilla. Bye.
That just feels like, I don't know
Scary.
if that is that a universal experience? Like, does everybody like try to like run away for one reason or another at some
Yeah.
point in their
I think
childhood?
so,
Right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
like that's what
What
that
better
felt like
reason
to me.
than
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
romance Godzilla? That is we ended up we teased on, I don't remember what podcast it was, but we teased on at least one podcast where we were like, there's a character in this Godzilla book that we never thought we would be allowed to put into a Godzilla book for real, and that is Sherry Dotsman, the giant girl who's in love with Godzilla, and like it's just so bananas and it's so like strange and it's wild that they just said like, yeah, do it, yeah, okay, cool, sounds good.
Listen,
And
I don't
now she's just like in the book
Yeah.
and continues to be. It's crazy.
Which was also not really part of it. It was like, yeah, it's a one-off. Like, we're trying to do something very episodic with it. Again, we have so many ideas. The idea of, or the conceit of the book was, let's get to as many as possible. So what's the big idea for each issue? And then we met Sherry, and it was like, no, I think she has to fucking stay. I think The Wanderer is picking up another child ward. And
Another kid for
pushing
Glass Eater
on.
to bully.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Even though she's like, I don't know, 150 times her size or whatever. It doesn't matter. She's gonna get bullied.
Yeah,
Well, she
yeah,
was also, she's in homage, of course, to like the 50-foot woman, which is one
Mhm.
of our earliest examples of a sort of offbeat kaiju
Yep.
movie. And
Mhm.
so it felt like that's the sort of DNA from this genre that we want to have in or mixed into the book in some regard. So yeah, it's crazy that we got to do it.
The thing that tells me that you guys truly understand Godzilla and the movies and the love that people have for it is when somebody asked like, how did the tent get big? And like, I don't know how these things work. Like, I'm not an expert. It's high say energy. What do you mean?
I say energy, dude.
What are you
Who
asking me?
cares?
What?
It's a
Yeah.
giant tent now.
I'm literally like this afternoon. We did a show with our friends at Comic Pop earlier today, and we're doing this show now. And in between, I have been digging into some stuff for more of the Godzilla stuff we're writing. So I have a specific Godzilla film on for research. I won't say which one. It'd be too on the nose, I think, but
Matthew Broderick.
exactly.
Matthew Broderick.
Exactly what you're talking about though, where it's just like, how do we defeat Godzilla? And they're just like, well, I mean, obviously we need X, Y, and Z, because everyone knows that's how it fucking works. That's how we're gonna defeat Godzilla.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, you're right.
No one wonders how she got big, but like the tent, that's the question. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
Where does your suspension of disbelief begin and end? I don't know.
there's a giant lizard.
and I love that you do get to see kind of Godzilla a little bit in the background and stuff, or from far
Yeah.
away. Like he's this ever looming presence in both the Deadzone, but also like in the main book.
He stops by all the time. He's a regular
Yeah,
at the Dead
yeah.
Zone. Like he could pop by. You'll never know when he's going to surprise you.
We need to explore the other part of the Godzilla of it
Yeah.
all, where
Mhm.
less the smiting, the constant destruction, and more of like this
The omnipresence.
omnipresence. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, was like a
Yeah.
big part of it. How can there be this feeling that Godzilla is in every single issue, but still doing the thing that we like of, we can't overdo it. We want, when Godzilla shows up, we want it to like smack you in the face a little bit. And again, thank you to Jake and people at IDW and Toho
Real.
for letting us do that, because it's so much easier to sell a Godzilla book when you're just like, yeah, every single page has some crazy Godzilla splash, or every single issue has a Godzilla splash. That's gonna like blow your mind, because Pablo, of course, would draw the fuck out of a Godzilla
Of
splash
course.
over and over and over again, and he does
Oh yeah.
at some point in the series that I won't spoil. But
Griffin, shut up! Griffin, shut up!
Godzilla shows up. Godzilla shows up. He shows up.
Pull out.
Oh my god. And look. I don't know. Were you guys kind of going into this? Were you like intimidated? It's a big year for Godzilla this year.
It
like
is.
the
Big
70th.
couple
Like,
years.
Marvel,
He's been
yeah.
on the come up.
He's crossing over with Marvel. He's crossing over with
Yeah.
DC. He's crossing over with the Turtles. He's crossing over with everybody. And then some years, like, by the way, you guys are also going to have a book out that same time when all these other Godzilla things are happening.
It's
Like,
fun because it's almost like like Deadzone is like the Gotham Central to Godzilla
Yes!
Batman. Like oh, is that okay? Cool. I'm glad that resonates. I'm like, because it's fun to, when there is so much Godzilla out there at the moment. Like he's very center stage. It's fun to be like, yeah, but this is his world here. Like this is the effect he leaves. This is like this is what Godzilla world looks like. And like how fun that can be, like how far you can take that, and continuing to explore like the ramifications of these crazy things that exist in this universe. It's fun. You can take it so far beyond Godzilla and then immediately bring it right back down to the level of, oh, and there he is, and he's he's just as awesome as I remembered. You know what I mean? You explore his world without him a little bit, so that when you run into him, it's like, oh fuck yeah, now we're back. Now we're fucking back.
Man, it all fits, and it's like you mentioned in Gotham Central, like I think Batman shows up maybe once per volume or something, and it's like the
Right.
coolest fucking thing ever. So like it's the
Yeah.
same thing here. Like you see Godzilla a little bit in the background, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you're back. But then you're back with the characters that you care about, and you would think it would make the reader, or at least when I'm reading it, I'm like, the dread doesn't come when I see Godzilla in the background or a giant creature. The dread for me in this book is when I see those church people. show up.
Right.
And I'm like, oh,
Totally.
no.
Good.
The kids.
Totally.
Protect the
Yeah, you
kids.
should. You should.
Absolutely.
Those fuckers are spooky. Listen, man, Godzilla contains multitudes. And so there is plenty of room on the shelves for us to be like, yeah, I don't know, he's fighting Thor this week, and next week we'll be dealing with a Cult of Godzilla, and the week after that, I believe him and Kong are due with Lex Luthor. So it's just like the epitome of what this character in this world has held for 70 years now. Like there's so many different kinds of Godzilla movies. There's completely like serious and like really gut-wrenching ones, like actual just straight up horror films. And then there are just, absolutely like silly, over the top Saturday morning cartoons with Godzilla. And we love them all.
Yeah.
And that's also a big ethos of the Deadzone book, just on its own, is just like, you don't have to have one flavor of Godzilla. Let's serve up a new one every single week because you
Totally.
can, because it just works. It's a character and a premise and an idea that sits in your head that can sort of just be put onto so many different spaces. So it's
Yo,
real
very
joy.
cool. Do you guys kind of have to? I guess you have to keep up with the other Godzilla books. Maybe, I mean, Starship's
Naturally.
probably a lot more disconnected, but right now at least,
Right.
because it's in space and it's so far away.
Yeah.
But I mean, the other book is like that. Tim Seeley is a crazy person, I think, but like that is in the most complimentary way ever.
Yeah.
The stuff that's happening in the main Godzilla book, and like
Bananas.
how had never ever like somebody approached Godzilla in this fashion before. That was my
Totally.
first thing when I read the first 2 issues. I'm like, this is the coolest shit I've ever read.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
When we started hearing about, especially like what is about to transpire
Mhm.
in the main Godzilla book, I believe there's been a lot of press about it, but in case you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna say. But when
Let's
we
just
heard
say
about all this stuff,
it would have involved a polybag in the 90s.
it would've. Yes, it would have. And when we heard about that, we were just like, oh my God. Well, that's bonkers. That is bonkers. And also, I have questions about how we're going to continue making several Godzilla books.
It's extremely
but-
comics, like in the best way.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that is, what Jake, IDW, and Toho have been championing from the jump, is just there are so many great Godzilla stories. There will continue to be great Godzilla stories in all mediums, but we want to do a great Godzilla story that can only be found in the pages of a comic book.
In that
and
in the northeastern region of that
in
little
the
world.
the Pacific Northwest. We will take that. Thank you, Tim.
The only way you get in
let's
is
do it.
through that tunnel that the lady has access to, and that's
Yeah,
about
she
it.
blew it up.
That's the only.
She blew it up.
Oh, okay.
We had to make sure, because we were like, does this 14-year-old is gonna walk into the Deadzone? And we're like, yeah, pretty much, because she just knows, she's been on the forums. She knows the lady.
She's been on the forums.
Yeah,
She's got a fit.
But
She's
the
got
lady
$50.
knows. The lady knows now. Like, oh, I'm on the forums.
I
have
that
to
bit.
blow up the tunnel. We can't
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
tunnel no more. Don't come back through this. I'm having real second thoughts about everything I'm doing.
There's no getting into the Deadzone unless maybe you're a member of a secret government agency or something, and you have a secret government tunnel.
Shut the fuck up, Ethan.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry. I will not use this specific clip to promote this video. Godzilla writer spills the beans.
Listen, there's gonna be a lot more that's becoming clear here in when issue 5 comes out later this week. Issues 5 and 6, I think, act as like the most natural two-parter of the whole thing.
Okay.
A little bit like issues 1 and 2, but 5 and 6 are pretty directly related, and a bunch of crazy shit happens. Pablo Tunica, the artist, sent us some pages earlier today from issue 6, and it's bonkers. And pretty much every email from Pablo recently has started with, "You guys are fucking killing me. I love this."
Yeah. He's suffering for his art, but he is loving it.
Yeah. Issue 5 has a really cool John Lancry cover that I hope my shop orders, because I only ordered I only ordered cover A because I cannot afford to pre-order every variant for this book.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, talk about another, like, God, so many cool ones on this book, man. Rod Reyes. We had Rod Reyes on issue 1 cover.
I love Rod.
Casper Wingard did an incentive cover for us. The Gavin Fullerton one from
Patrick
issue 4.
Too.
Yeah, the connecting variants.
It's
very
wild.
Cool.
So, were you guys at New York Comic Con?
No, not this time.
Not this time. Okay, because I know there was
we're planning to return.
Seen you guys was it San Diego where you was doing a signing? I saw you guys at the booth. So one of the it was probably
we were at the Godzilla, the IDW booth for the Godzilla signing, and we did a panel for it this year at San Diego as well.
How was that? Because that's before the book even came out. I don't even know if there was like maybe an ash can or something that y'all gave out.
We had a black and white.
I had read the book, but not a lot of people had.
Yeah. We hadn't. We were taking a peek at the ash can while we were there. We were like, oh shit. It was very early, but that was really cool because we got to do so much explaining of this new universe to people, and it was really cool to like kind of be at the premiere of that and feel the excitement of people. And it was a really, really cool time.
And I think Godzilla fans are loyal, but they're also like very kind of Godzilla is Godzilla. So like, were there any questions that kind of threw you off guard or anything that they approached you with? And I'm like, can't tell you now, but just have to trust us, I guess, something like that.
I mean, I don't know. That's funny. I like they do test you. I feel like they do want to know your favorite Godzilla stuff because they want to check your taste.
I mean,
which makes me nervous.
We kicked the panel off, and everybody's like saying their favorite Godzilla movies. And there are like some reactions from the crowd. There are definitely a couple of like good and less good.
There's sounds that indicate
like,
if it was a right answer or a wrong answer.
A lot of like quiet like and then a couple like
What were y'all's?
I mean, listen, this is also like this is such a can of worms, but talking about the Godzilla containing multitudes, again, everybody has their version of Godzilla that they love, and you don't have to love all of it to be a fan. I think you can have your little pockets. It's been going for 70 years. I think if you absolutely loved all of it, then fuck yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know where I was going with that beyond. Fuck yeah, I'm so glad you do, man. But you're bound to just have ones that you like more than others, and
and it's -1.
-1. I mean, that's just it too. Is like you do feel like you're copping out a little bit by being like the newest one, but it's also like I don't know, they kind of keep topping themselves somehow. Like Shin and -1 within 10 years of each other is just like, what the fuck is going on? This franchise has hit two like all-time highs with back-to-back releases, and not even just in the context of Godzilla films, but just like excellent fucking cinema, blockbuster action, political drama, thrillers, comedy, like it's all in there. -1 is such a just like that's a fucking movie right there, dude. That's a movie.
I love that movie because it also I'm a more modern Godzilla fan, and I understand. I love the American movies in their own way, but
Me too, man. The MonsterVerse, I
yeah.
fucking love it, man. I love
Mhm,
it. I will
mhm.
be there day one for Supernova.
Are
Again,
you kidding me?
I can have my like post-war Japan reconstruction sort of like thought piece, right? And then I can have Godzilla is pink now, and Kong
He
has the Infinity Gauntlet, and
and
they
he naps
punch a bigger guy.
and Godzilla naps at the Coliseum because why the hell?
Yeah, he curls up in the Coliseum like a little cat. Dude, I fucking applauded. It's
Yeah,
fucking
I
genius.
I had
I
never
think they
seen.
should they should both have the
Yeah,
Infinity Gauntlet.
They
he's
should
getting
both
something.
have it,
You
dude.
know Godzilla's getting something.
Godzilla went Super Saiyan. Dude, Kong with the axe, like,
I love it.
that was Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong was my first movie back in the theaters after COVID, and
Okay.
it's just it was the perfect, like, slap you in the face, push you on the ground, and be like, "Welcome to the movies. Welcome back to the movies."
Oh,
Godzilla and
I love it.
Kong. Kong goes through a portal to Hollow Earth where he finds his throne and he finds his axe that is a shard of Godzilla's back. It powers up. When Godzilla powers up, Godzilla blows a hole through the entire planet. Like, come on, dude. It's awesome. And
It's
it's great
awesome.
because like that works over there in that space, but like if -1 Godzilla suddenly blew a hole all the way down to that idea of Hollow Earth, I'd be like, I don't know if this fits. I don't know if
Yeah,
this
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fits.
agreed. I I had never seen Shin Godzilla, but this year it was re-released for the anniversary in
Right.
4K,
Yeah.
Mm,
and I went and I was like, because the release originally was so garbage in North
Mm.
America. It was on like
yeah.
theaters for like 2 weeks or something.
Right, right.
Um, and I started watching the movie, and you see Godzilla come out, but it doesn't look like Godzilla, and I'm like, when the hell are we gonna get Godzilla?
Hmm.
And then I realized like this is not that movie. This is a different
Mm,
type of
Hmm.
movie,
Hmm.
and it's still superb. So I love that.
mm.
You know, I love what you guys are doing. I love what those movies are doing. I
Oh,
love
Thanks,
what
man.
thank you.
Tim Silly and the team and you know the spaceship Godzilla. So it's all really really cool stuff. So I'm glad you guys get to be a part of that.
No, I
Um,
appreciate it, man.
really, you guys are having your cake and eating it, and the fact that you get to play with toys and these franchises, and then you also are doing your own create your own stuff, which has to be,
Mm,
I would say, maybe the most rewarding, just because that's
mm.
kind of your baby, right? Like Kill Your
Right.
Darlings is your baby, and a baby that you put out in the world, and it's all grown up now, and it's
Yeah.
like, and it's being like I love when Halloween time comes around. I don't know if you guys get tagged a lot, but I see it like, you know, best Halloween read, like a book
Mm.
for Halloween, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, Kill Your Darling, like
Ah,
yes,
that's
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
you put it
That's awesome.
you had to put it on the list,
I
which I'm
appreciate it.
sure that was not the intent when you guys were writing it, but I'm like, that's
No,
where it
I
ends
love
up,
it. That's
right? So
awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. And it is true. Like, yeah, like playing with all the pre-established toys is like it really fulfills that like that childhood thing, that like that need to get your hands into those and tell your own stories with them. But the indie stuff is like it just gratifies on like a weird different level, and like and
mhm.
Blink is like especially very personal to us, and I feel like I've probably personally gotten more vulnerable writing Blink than I have anything else yet, and like that's especially because the book came together in such an interesting way. Like that, the process of making that book has been such a wild ride, and it's like changed me a little bit, I think, and I'm like super proud of it. It's crazy that it's out in the world.
That
Hmm.
yeah, that's so good to hear, especially because you guys are good guys, and like just see,
Oh, thank you.
No.
you know, seeing your people that you know and you're kind of rooting for, like
Uh,
get get their just desserts in the best ways. So that's really
Oh,
cool.
thanks, man.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
That means a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
dude. We appreciate all the people that have stuck with us since the podcasting days and everything. That's really really awesome.
Yeah. I kind of start winding down. I know, yeah, you guys, I'm sure, have had a long day of talking people through.
It's all
But
good. It's all good. It's been
A
like a
blast,
few
man.
months since we've been able to like chat with
yeah,
everybody about it. So it's been excellent, man.
Absolutely.
Is there? I mean, I know you guys are probably working on other stuff, but there's nothing that we can talk about in the future, right? I guess
I don't think
No,
so at the moment.
no. We
just
can
fishing
tease
for the
some
exclusive. I need
things.
another clip. Uh,
We can tease some things. I feel comfortable saying we're actively pursuing several, independent things at once right now. As to like which one happens when, who knows? But of course, we're always trying to get that one going. And
Mhm.
we wrote a little something for Marvel that we are just so like over the moon about.
Mm.
And it's not like it's not a big thing, but it was like a thing that Ethan and I wrote, and we're just like, I fucking love superheroes and Marvel
mm,
comics, and
Mhm.
it's one of those things that we told the editors, like, if there's room to do any more of this, you're gonna have to let us do more of this because this
Mm.
was fucking excellent. It's a
yeah.
combo of two characters that I feel like you would think have a lot of history together, but actually have almost none, and it was really fun to explore that. So I don't know when that's coming out or when that'll be announced, but that was a super fun one to do.
We also very directly teased a future thing in the Comic Pop podcast that we were on earlier today, but I'm scared to do it again. So go listen to that, and there's a teaser.
I'll go watch. I'll go watch that interview. I
We
guess.
Gotta give it to Danny too.
Not Marvel, but the other one.
Oh, okay. That's good enough. You know what? That's good for me. I'll take that.
I feel like we've been doing a lot of writing that has made me go, we love superheroes from multiple companies, maybe,
Yeah.
that we're very excited about.
Well, if for whatever reason anybody watching has not read Austin in the chat, the better one. Well,
Oh,
Wow.
oh.
listen,
Wow. I don't abide any of that. I don't abide any
I
of that.
read I read plenty of books for both, and we'll get into comics in a second. If you want to sample what these guys writing, and you're like, well, I don't want to read more than 8 pages, you can go pick up
Sure.
Hello Darkness #7 from Boom
Sure.
Studios
That's
and just check out a
true.
little short
We
story
did a Valentine's horror story. I love that thing called
I
that
would
LODE.
I'd do more of that guy with
Mm-hmm.
Edison Neo, the artist on
Mm-hmm.
that.
In a
I'd do
heartbeat.
more of that guy so
yeah.
quickly. We need to take it to
Valentine's
him.
killer all year round.
I love it that anthologies are kind of back
Totally.
and people are really taking advantage of that. So, well, speaking of comics and Batman and Marvel and DC, what are you guys reading? What are you guys picking up? Like, what's at the top of y'all's pile? When you go to Vault at midnight, Griffin,
Mm,
and you
hmm
visit our friend Paloma,
hmm
what are you picking up? Or Ethan, when you go to the shop, um,
Ethan's
nope.
panicking right now. He's gone to his short box. He's
He
like,
went to
fuck,
go
fuck,
get his
fuck.
books.
What
It's
are
like, what's on
comics?
my list?
What are comics? Yeah, I have the distinct pleasure of seeing and laying hands on pretty much every single book that comes out from at the very least, most publishers that you'll be able to name, I think. The big five, we'll call it at this point. And it's tough. There's so much good stuff, and finding what to actually be able to spend my time on is really tricky. But the ones that have bubbled to the top are the ones that have stayed there for like the past year or so. Those being Kelly Sue DeConnick and David Lopez's FML.
Oh,
um just a delightful book that like pokes all of my like comics medium, like messing with the form, but also full of great character and humor and actual like stakes, and also incredible backup material, like the
Mm.
single issue, not just yeah, the 20 pages or so that make up the story for the issue, but like the single issue format of, I don't know, the whole thing is actually 32 pages. You get some story, some
mhm.
backup materials. Maybe that's, an interview, or an anecdote, or like a fun little activity. So that book has just been such a wonderful experience on that front, and career highs from everybody involved. And also literally anything Dennis Camp is writing. I
Oh
think
my
we
goodness.
are so fucking just like in awe of that dude, and constantly trying to make sure that we're not just like stepping along in his shadow, because it's just like, because it's just growing larger and larger like every single week, every single
And
time the dude drops
he's doing
something.
exactly what I've always wanted to do. Like I'm like,
I
he's
know
doing it all right. Look at him
he,
go. Yeah.
and he's working with such incredible talents across like
Yeah.
these multiple titles. But
Yeah.
of course, like Assorted Crisis Events and Absolute Martian Manhunter are just like undeniable, great fucking comics.
Yeah.
That are, yeah, just like straight up my alley and full of incredible,
Mm.
incredible art. Javier Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Ugh, fuck, dude. Come on. I mean, he's always been great. He's always been great. And he leveled up somehow. To what? To what? Where was there to go? I don't know, but he found it. Insane. That book is so fucking cool.
Really is.
And of course, like all the absolute titles, and that one I think being just like I think arguably the biggest reimagining of like these
Yeah.
6 books that we've gotten so far.
I think that one and Green Lantern are kind of like on, but like Martian
Totally.
just went like the extra step.
Yeah,
Right.
because
When
there's
it
just
comes
a
to like
little bit
changing things
less
up.
to that world
Yeah.
anyway, like from the
Mm.
jump, right? So it's I think very emblematic of everything that the Absolute Universe can do, just on its own book. But also, yeah, all the Absolute titles, come on. Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman on Absolute Wonder Woman. Fuck, dude, that's a combo right there. And of course, Absolute Batman is just like the fucking coolest thing. Who's
Yeah.
big this week is what Ethan said earlier today. Who is big this week? It's crazy how I am showing up to find out who is big every single time, man.
And every time I'm like,
I,
oh, cool.
oh, fuck yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
he's big?
He's
God,
big now?
Dakota.
After
Catwoman's
after-
big now?
after this, I'm
Interesting.
gonna finish up my Absolute Batman 15
There
Secret
it is.
Origin of the Joker.
That's a crazy
Video.
issue, sir.
So
That's a crazy issue, and Jock drew the fuck out of it.
it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
love it. Love to hear it. Yeah, comics are
Yeah,
great. And what about you?
FML and anything Dennis Camp are also we share those, like being at the top of our lists. Ultimates is just like Ultimates, like single-handedly will just show you that like you can never stop iterating on superheroes and these universes that we've told so many stories in. Like there's always a new fresh way to approach, and Ultimates just really is that. Those books are incredible. By the way, I was trying to step away smoothly earlier to plug in my laptop, and I was doing it all professional podcaster like. I muted right as Griffin was beginning to answer. I thought it would be a perfect moment to not interrupt the flow of the show. I'd just step away. But then Griffin just calls it right out. It ruins the pacing of the podcast.
Well, I love that now he stepped away to not,
and he does, and there he go. Now he's running away. Let's all take a second and point out. Oh, Griffin stepped away for a minute. Let's derail the whole show.
We all know that the reason both of us stepped away was cats. We both know it's just because fucking Cat's getting into some shit.
Anyway,
we love Cat as guests in the podcast, so don't you worry about that if they need to get on screen.
Also, I was just gonna say a bunch of manga. I read Bug Ego, that is by the One Punch Man creator. Incredible. Delinquent Gotcha. Read Delinquent Gotcha. It's crazy. The Martial King. It's a cowboy manga. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot of good manga right now. Check out Manga Guy.
Not a hot take at all, but I'm finally like on the just all the way on board the Frieren hype train.
Oh my god!
It's I don't even think we've talked about this yet.
No. Frieren is like the best, probably the best written anime I've ever seen.
Yeah, I talked to Kyle Starks a couple weeks ago, and I asked him, something similar. He's like, as far as TV, the best show you can watch right now is Frieren. And I was like, well, I was not expecting that, but okay, yeah. I mean,
Dude,
it's
a
not
masterpiece,
wrong.
man. It's
It's
true.
not wrong. So
Mhm.
excellent stuff. I love it. I'm glad, so glad to hear that. Manga's good. You know, I went to see Jujutsu Kaisen the movie this
Oh
this
yeah,
past
yeah.
weekend
I
because
haven't seen it yet, but I want to. Yeah, it's a good
it
time for
right.
comics and manga and anime. We're eating good, dude.
Yeah,
There's
it's
so
fantastic
much.
stuff.
There's a little
What
bit for everybody.
what movies have y'all enjoyed recently? I don't see when I talk to creators, I'm like, do they even have time to do stuff? But I'm like, I don't know. I'm sure they do. Hopefully, they find the time to step away, and then
We
take some
try.
personal time.
We try. I just watched Night of the Living Dead. Have you boys heard of this?
No, is
What?
that that's Ben Stiller?
Yeah, yeah. It's a Ben Stiller original. No, but for real, I just watched it for the first time. I had
The
seen Dawn
original
of the
one?
Dead. I hadn't seen Night of the Living Dead.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
It's a good movie.
That
Wow.
was
Sorry to say
at the
it, but it's a
start
good
of
movie.
the
Hot
Marvel
take.
Zombies kick. It is good.
Ethan dropping hot takes over here. Night of the Living
George
Dead. This is the
Romero.
other clip. We got the other clip.
Mm.
Night of the Living
Mm.
Dead. Good. Okay.
Everybody said it. Everybody said it, but Predator Badlands was a great time at the
Oh yeah.
movies.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I
Cannot
want to.
deny it.
Mm-hmm.
Want to.
Begonia was so fucking good. Listen,
Ah.
Yorgos is on this run of Yorgos
I don't.
flicks, and that one is weirdly almost the most accessible, even though it's like upsetting in a lot of different ways than
Yeah, yeah.
like Poor Things or The Favorite. Kinds of Kindness, we just kind of have to just like leave over off to the side as just I know this is not like the quality of the film. I'm just saying like the feeling that it gave me, just like
Yeah.
Begonia, just the most straightforward premise and just some fucking just killer performances.
Straightforward premise in heavy quotation.
Yeah,
Like for a
yeah.
Yorgos film,
As straightforward as Yogos can maybe get, right? I really liked it. I really liked it.
that's so
So,
cool. So
mhm.
cool. Man, this has been an excellent time, boys, and I really appreciate y'all coming in and talking
Always a
about
joy.
comics. I loved it. Whenever the next thing comes around, I'm sure I'll send you another email. When that if that phantom materializes in the future, when it materializes in the future, you'll definitely get an email because it's kind of like a through line of like, we just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
We gotta follow the themes across the books, especially across the creator-owned books. I want to see mainly check on in you guys to make sure you guys are okay. That's my main concern. I think after reading Kill Your Darlings and Can You Miss It, I just want to make sure you guys are
I
doing well.
genuinely think you can
There's
kind of track our mental states through the books. Like I really do. And like the indie ones especially,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Blink, the arc of Blink emotionally, I feel like matches something that we went through personally over the course of that book in the same way that Kill Your Darlings did, and that's really funny.
Oh yeah. I keep thinking like, we're sly cool writer guys that like know how
Mhm.
to do anything other than no. All that no. It's just me on the page, it's just Ethan on the page, it's just the two of us. And I think you like to trick yourself that that's not the case, and then you look at it 6 months later and you're just like, fuck. Oh, I was really honest. I was really honest. I
But
was
that's
really
good. But
vulnerable.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Of course it's good. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying yes. Yes, I think the books are a good indicator for where we're at.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, where can people find you guys online, I guess? If anywhere, because I mean, I know.
We're both so off of everything,
Yeah.
I think.
It's true.
It's a hellscape.
We're always planning to make some sort of comeback on social media or newsletters or something. And
It's not
there
one
will
of
be
the.
more Ideas Don't Bleed podcast soon. Matthew
Okay, cool.
Rosenberg announced that in his
Awesome.
newsletter. That went on hiatus for a bit. Just life got in the way of it, but we are doing more Ideas Don't Bleed soon. That'll be like the main thing for us, like personally, but also the books just keep on coming. We keep stacking them up. So there will be another one right around the corner.
Yeah, for sure.
That is hopefully where you can find us for the foreseeable future, is the
Yeah.
shelves of your local comic book shop.
Okay.
If you really need to reach us, I guess Instagram.
Okay,
Mm.
because
I'm
I
at
I
Griff
did
Sheridan.
I mentioned that you guys' books are coming out. 2 of them at least are coming out on Christmas Eve on the 24th.
Mhm.
So hopefully, people that are watching this, they'll go pick that up. They'll go
He's
get
gonna bring you
online.
some.
It's a little stocking stuffer for you.
He's
Oh,
gonna bring you
right.
some. This guy, he's coming down.
Hey.
He got a sack full of comics. He opens it up. It's just those two.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just those two.
Marvel Zombies Red Band number 3 for everyone.
Listen,
I haven't read
Do you have,
I've
do you
read
have
one
number
or
1?
two.
No, I'm
I
out of
haven't
number
read-
1.
Do I need to read like the Kirkman
No, just
stuff
jump
for
in.
this?
Just jump in. Sometimes you pick up a number 3 and you're like, oh, I gotta read
I
more
mean-
comics. This is great.
why not? Just get in. It's in a little bag. It's already wrapped for you.
Yeah.
Saying I read Blink and You'll Miss It, and I gotta say I'm scared. I don't know what's going on.
Are Ethan
Did I
and
get
Griffin
this?
okay?
Did I get this because I'm on the naughty list? Did you punish me by sending me into an
It's a really
existential
upsetting comic book.
spiral?
It's really sad.
Oh, Santa didn't really have the time to check it all out. So, sorry.
Oh my.
Didn't put a content warning on that one for you. But I gotta go.
Gotta go.
Just for context, for Griffin, it's already almost 10 p.m. for you.
Uh-huh.
That is
So-
true.
So it's been
That is true.
he's had a little bit of a longer day than everyone else on the call. But I'm glad that it
Yeah.
happened
Mhm.
this way. I could
Me
not
too.
have
Me
scheduled
too.
this and planned this better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and pick up Marvel Zombies. I mean, Null is coming. And,
God
you
is
know,
coming.
like,
Mhm.
however, in whatever form and fashion that's gonna end up showing up, it will be the bloodiest one. I can guarantee that. And I've read a lot of Null. It has been pretty gnarly already. So if you can't wait till he comes back in, what book is he coming back in? Venom? Or I guess he's getting his own book too. So
Is he? Oh wow.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
which I'm
This guy.
very happy to get more. Like you guys mentioned, Null Stegman
Definitely.
covers.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
it's good. It's good to see Stegman doing so many superhero things again. I'm like, I love it.
Of
Give me
course.
more.
Of course. I mean,
Absolutely.
for Zombies, we had to go and reread a bunch of the events, and so we were just pouring back over all of these great miniseries. And
Yeah, let me
lo
just
and
reread
behold,
King in Black for research.
let me
just
reread
for
King in
work.
Black for research, and not
What a
because it's
slog.
literally one of the coolest looking fucking comic books I've ever
Oh my
fucking seen
God.
in my life, dude.
Mhm.
He's just so
Mhm.
good. He's so good. Fuck him.
Yeah,
I hate him.
that run, you know,
Yeah.
I enjoy what Al Ewing's doing with Venom, and it's very different, but I have a hard time finding some Venom that is like what those guys did. So
Oh yeah.
and
Next
it'll
level.
probably be tough for a while. So good luck, good luck, Venom writers. Yeah. So let me email Marvel. Let me have them put you guys on Venom. See
No,
how that goes.
no, thank you. No, thank you. Not going
It's
anywhere near that.
Too much to follow.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out to the show. Yeah. If you're watching this and you're still watching this far, make sure to fill out our year-end survey, so you can tell us all
Oh,
the best
awesome.
of 2025. We're doing a show about that. Follow these guys on Instagram, buy their books, and then of course follow us here at Next Issue, so you can stay tuned. I talk about these guys' books, but also about a lot of other cool comic books. There's a lot of I don't know if you guys know, there's a lot of cool comic books out there every
Mhm.
Wednesday, and it's a miracle that they happen.
Mhm.
My buddy Austin says you'll need to tell me more about Blink and You'll Miss It. I like the art. Yeah, I'll fill you in, Austin. Don't you worry. We'll get you hooked up.
Thank you, Danny. Your check is in the mail.
Yeah, cool. Hey, listen, after the 4K views on that Marvel Zombies video, you guys already contributed. You guys already contributed enough. I appreciate it. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much.